everyone, this is the astrology for April 29th through May the 5th, as you can see here on this little calendar thing. So let's talk about what you're going to encounter. So throughout this whole week and throughout the whole month, but we'll talk about 1 week at a time, you have Jupiter in retrograde, which is the first thing. Now, Jupiter in retrograde is all about interchanges. And the reason why is because you're becoming more wise, actually, okay? You're expanding yourself for more growth. So this is a time where you feel like you're a little bit confused or you don't know what's going on. There may be little instances in your life that seem like luck or bad luck, okay? But it's all for growth, for your growth one way or another. Conflict and defeat. Okay, so what this card is telling me is this is about things that you have been going through in your life over and over again, right? Things that need to pass. Okay, sometimes things come into your life to let go. Sometimes things come into your life for you to learn to expand more. And that's what the Jupiter in retrograde this week is trying to tell you. So next we have Saturn in retrograde. Saturn in retrograde is about getting rid of bad habits, negative people, fears, things in your life that no longer fit you anymore. Okay, that's what this comes in for. It brings about challenges in your life. You have the solar plexus chakra, and this is about your self-esteem and your confidence. So during this time, you could find a little issue with your confidence and your self-esteem, feeling like having fear about situations, not really knowing what's happening, especially being paired with Jupiter because of all the interchanges that you're going through. Next we have Pluto in retrograde. Pluto in retrograde talks about cleaning up your life, okay? So little challenges that you've had in the past, issues that you are dealing with, those are coming to the forefront right now. And this week, yeah, ooh, lots of major arcana cards. So these things are coming to the forefront, and they're going to shake up your existence, okay? Because you need to transform them. They're going to transform you from the inside of who you are so you can become someone new and become more in sync with who you are, more in sync with yourself, more in sync with your relationships, more in sync with your path. Okay? Next we have the North Node in retrograde. Now, your North Node in retrograde right now talks about redirecting your life plan. So all of these things are happening to shake you up, making you feel like, oh my God, what is happening? And the North Node is trying to get you back on your life plan. Okay, that's what the North Node is doing. But it being in retrograde, you're not sure if your life plan fits with you. You're not sure if you're on the right path. And that's what you are busy trying to figure out here, right? So I feel like with these two cards, there are going to be things that ignite your passion. I feel like you might feel like there are some setbacks in growing old things and bringing new things to the forefront, especially when it comes to your career. I'm also hearing give and take in relationships and with certain people. Okay, it's like you're looking for more in those relationships where they were settled and fine. It looks like there's more that you're actually looking for this week. So Monday on the 30th, you have the full moon in Scorpio. Full moon in Scorpio really gets into your feelings, okay? And it brings out vulnerabilities that you have. So you're really going to feel that around this time, especially on this day. You're going to realize that you want deeper connections with people and situations. Little random relationships or associates are not going to fly-by-night romances, friends with benefits, those are not going to fit you any longer. Okay, so be careful of emotional extremes during this time because it brings out your vulnerabilities. You might get a little crazy. So just know that those are coming out. Stand your ground. So this is about listening to your heart, listening to your passions, and going with them. And I feel like you're really going to feel like that at that time. But this card also talks about realizing what it is that you're standing up for. Like, are you going with the flow of things, or are you trying to push what you want forward? Okay. So Tuesday the 1st through Saturday and on through the half of the month, the sun is in Taurus. The sun isn't being in Taurus is, I feel like you're thinking about how to make things happen. At this point, your emotions have been activated by the full moon in Scorpio. And now Taurus brings in action. Taurus is persistent about what it wants. And it needs something to be reliable and structured and put together. And that is the concern, is this something that is going to last? Is it not? And a lot of different aspects in your life. Taurus isn't going to allow anything that's not like that. There it is, putting an end to mental conflict, putting an end to fears, feeling more empowered by yourself. There may be some confusion about ending things or starting a new cycle, being afraid of where that's going to take you. Moving at the beginning of this month. Okay. So thank you so much for listening, guys. And then we're going into your weekly readings. Everybody, this is Amber. I am here to do your weekly reading. This is going to be for Earth. The element of Earth for April 29th through May the 5th. So let's see what we have for you today. We're going to start with Taurus. Spirit, what do you have for Taurus? April 29th through 5th. Ooh, Taurus. So you had the Ace of Pentacles come flying out as your first card. I love it. I love it, love it, love it, love it. Everything about it. Okay. You also have the King of Swords, the Five of Pentacles, the Six of Swords in reverse, the Page of Cups in the upright. King of Cups in reverse. On the bottom of the deck, you have the Knight of Swords in reverse and the Ten of Pentacles. Okay, now these two cards being in the reverse as your overall energy, okay, you could be dealing with a Gemini, Libra, and Aquarius. This could also be about not getting communication when it comes to something in your career or family, or having issues with communication this week. Okay, so that's something to look at for some of you. I'm also hearing for some of you, you're waiting on something that's going to help build you up more steady. This could be a home, waiting on a loan to go through. This could be with school. This could be just career, or adoption of a child that makes your family feel more whole. And I feel like this week, the communication's kind of gonna be on and off, and you're gonna have different feelings about what's happening. Okay, Ace of Pentacles, this is a money coming in. Okay, money coming in, a job opportunity, something that is stable, a relationship offer. It could be for some of you. You do have the King of Swords, and I feel like this may be a lawyer, someone that you're connecting with to help you get to where you're trying to go, money-wise, home-wise. And you're trying to open up communication. I feel like they may have found you something like a home, a job, a headhunter. They may have found you a job. Or this could be a Gemini, Libra, Aquarius that you're dating, and they're more in control of the situation than you are. Okay. It's going to feel as though, even though you have this opportunity or you found something that you love, you're going to feel as though it's far away. Like there's something that is blocking you from getting it, whether this be another buyer, whether this be an opportunity for a loan or a web check for a job, or waiting on getting an answer or something of that nature. Okay. And I feel like it's hard for you. It's rough because you know what you want and you want to go for it immediately and just continue to do things in that way. So it feels to me like this person is a good messenger, a good omen in the way that they're keeping you mentally on track, because keeping your hopes up, keeping your knowledge up, keeping you looking at things in a more practical manner. And I feel like your emotions are going to go up and down because you're not going to get exactly what you want, or it may be a bit of bad news and it may go a little bit down. But I feel like whoever this is or whatever this situation is bringing is helping you stay a little bit more stable. You have the Death card, the Knight of Pentacles, both in upright, and the Two of Wands in reverse. This Death card here, I'm going to use the pointers. I don't know, I feel like I need to hold it. Now, with the Death card here, it talks about rejuvenation. You have this opportunity to start something new, to go down a new path, to explore this part of your life that you want to open up, like a new home, a new career, a new relationship. And you have the opportunity to have something unfold. The problem here is with the Two of Wands that it doesn't seem to be cooperating. There seems to be delays, and these delays feel childish. They feel not necessary, and that's where I feel like this person is helping you gain some sort of clear thinking, to see the truth in a situation, to see that this is just the path, to help give you these clear messages. With the Knight of Pentacles tells me that you need to continue to move forward. There are certain steps that you're taking, certain moves that you are making to get where you need to go, and you just need to continue doing that, okay, this week. Remember that your emotions can be a little out of whack this week. You could feel like moody, angry, and then back to feeling like your normal self. But it's just a feeling of abandonment, or you feeling a feeling of being pulled away from your dreams or what you expected. So that's why that is there. Okay. So Spirit, what do you have for Taurus? You have trust. There's a need for you to trust what is happening, to trust the process. Be careful about crying over spilled milk. Be careful over whining over things that you cannot control. You have to allow Spirit and the universe to move things along the way they feel it necessary to move along. It may not feel like it's cooperating with your plans and your ideas, but you just have to keep being steady, okay? Because with the Death card, there is a transition. Things are changing. The situation is different. It's not the same. You're being offered something new. You can't continue to go down the same route or do things the same way. And it's proven to be a bit of a challenge, but you can handle it, Taurus, okay? So next we have Virgo. Let me shuffle. Okay, Spirit, what do you have for Virgos? General information for Virgo for April 29th through the 5th of May. What would you like them to know, be aware of, or pay attention to during this time of April 29th through May 5th? Okay. You have the Two of Swords, the Sun card, the Strength in reverse, the World card, Page of Swords in reverse, and the Queen of Cups in reverse. On the bottom of the deck, you have the Hierophant in the upright and the Judgment in reverse. Two major arcana cards in your overall energy. These two cards, let me connect with them for a second, Virgo. Relationships. There's something that you need to see in your structural thinking, whether this be in relationships, in career, something that you have mentally set forward for yourself like a stepping stone. There's something that needs to be seen here. There may be a bit of resisting a change because you like the structure that you're in and you're afraid to make any changes or say anything. Your energy at the beginning of this week is the Two of Swords. The Two of Swords is all about indecision, all about being stuck in a place and not really expressing how you feel, mostly staying in your head and going back and forth in your head about a particular situation that you want to end. Okay, there's something that you want to end. There's something that it's coming off to me as something that you are tired of dealing with. I'm hearing safety. You want some sort of safety, and this is, you're cutting something off, but you're holding on to the thoughts of cutting off whatever this thing is. I see you very blinded by this Sun energy, focusing more on this new beginning, how warm you feel, the connection, the closeness that you have within this particular situation, but seeing that you may have bitten off more than you can chew. Okay. There may be a problem with someone you're dealing with not following through on their talk, like their actions. I'll talk no action. That is my card for that. You may also have a failed promise this week. Someone made a promise to you and then, you know, now they're following through on that promise. And I feel like this is a weak point for you with the Strength card being in reverse. So this is something that you know that you need to deal with or have problems with, and you're working on that. But it's proving to be a little bit of a problem because of the good feelings brought on by the Sun. Okay, you may be dealing with a Gemini, Libra, and Aquarius, Cancer, Scorpio, or Pisces. I see a Leo as well. Okay, so, or an Aries. I'm hearing Aries. So if you're dealing with a Cancer, Scorpio, or Pisces, it may be that emotionally they may have their ups and downs, and you acknowledge this as a weakness, but what holds you together in this is that idea that they usually, you know, like when you're good, you're good. Okay. That's what I'm feeling from that. Also, if you're dealing with a Gemini, Libra, and Aquarius, it feels like they're reverting. I'm getting energy of reverting, not back to something, but just the strength of a relationship is declining. Okay. Fear of there being an end, but remembering that when things were good, they were good. Okay. So you have the Queen of Wands. You have the Seven of Cups in reverse. And you have two cards that really wanted to come out because I tried to put it back twice. The Temperance in reverse and the Fool. So we're going to talk about the Queen of Wands. You could be dealing with a Aries, Leo, Sagittarius that's in this situation. And I feel like if this is a person, this is someone that's lingering in your mind. Okay, that maybe the person was dealing with or that you were dealing with. But that is an energy that is lingering around. And it holds some sort of significance where it has some sort of strength behind its feeling, meaning that it was somebody maybe they dealt with before, that you dealt with before, and there's too many good memories and not enough bad memories kind of thing. Okay, so that I'm feeling from that. Now, there is a decision. You need to make a decision on, or see. I feel like you're starting to see past this comfortable sun energy, everything is great, into what the weaknesses are within this situation. Okay, I do feel like you do want to change. Okay, you don't want an imbalance, and you're willing to take a risk to change that. I feel like you're a different person, Virgo, now, and you know that there are some changes that need to be made. You see it within the structure of whatever this is. This could be career, love, because it's general. And you're willing to make those changes this week, or, you know, start making those changes for next week. So let's see what Spirit has for Virgo. Wow, you have achievement. Interesting. So actually with this card, what I'm getting is lone wolf is what I'm hearing. Actually, I'm getting this image of Alice in Wonderland. And even though she felt like the other characters were supporting her, she really was doing it on her own, with her own strength and own confidence. And that's what I feel like you're doing. I feel like you can achieve anything that you want, Virgo. Okay, you have the power to achieve all things. You're going through a transformation. That's what the butterfly is bringing me. You're seeing the beauty in things that you haven't seen before. You're seeing situations with new eyes. What you could have and what you actually want could be one, you know? And I feel like you are getting in the mindset of achievement this week. I hope that makes sense. Okay. So last but not least, we have Capricorn. Okay. That's funny. I just saw the Devil card. That's the Capricorn card. So, all right, Spirit, what do you have for Capricorn for April 29th through May 5th? What would you like them to know, be aware of, or pay attention to at this time? Capricorn. Capricorn. Okay, Capricorns. The Hierophant. Page of Cups in reverse. Emperor. 5 of Cups. Justice. 10 of Wands. On the bottom of the deck, you have the Page of Swords and the Queen of Cups. I'm getting mediocre energy with this. So not good, not bad. Okay, it's in the middle. That's what I'm getting. So, on the bottom of the deck, you have the Page of Swords in reverse. And you also have the Queen of Cups in reverse. Some of you are dealing with the Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. Some of you are dealing with a Cancer, Scorpio, or Pisces. Okay, that's the overall energy. Also, let me get the messages from it. I feel like you're trying to listen to your intuition, but you feel blocked, Capricorn. You're blocked by truth and honesty with yourself. Not that you're not doing that. it just feels like you want to be honest with yourself. You want to be honest with yourself. You want to make good decisions for your future. And you're starting to realize that you may have bitten off more than you can chew in life in general. Not as far as career, but what it is that you can handle. Almost like you may not have been prepared for the things that are being set forth in your life. And you may feel a bit of confusion this week, a little bit of lost energy. And I feel like it's coming from last week. A little bit of lost energy. It may also be that you're dealing with someone as well that is not doing, okay. It may be that you're dealing with someone that's not doing all that they should do. And for some reason, you're redirecting that maybe you're not doing enough. Okay, that was a lot. Okay, so your card is the Hierophant. Your card is, this is what I feel from that for you. You want structure. You want structure. You want something official if it's a relationship. You want tradition. You want conformity. You want normality. You want something normal. And with this, you're losing that part. It may be that you've had it before and then it's kind of drifting away, whether this be in career or in a relationship. Okay, so you're feeling a loss. You're feeling pessimistic, feeling as though maybe this may not come back to you. That may be a problem as well. But with the Page of Cups here, someone is being immature, and I don't think it's you, because you want structure. And I feel like you're willing to create a balance, but someone isn't on that same maturity level as you are. I feel like they don't see what it is that you're attempting to bring. Even if you try to explain, I don't think that they grasp the concept. I feel as though they see you being not overbearing, but trying to gain too much control or dominate over the situation instead of letting it flow, which is interesting because you're carrying these burdens. You want to be able to carry these burdens to make things better, or to make this particular person see. Okay. But I do feel like it's going to be too much for you. I don't see you putting it down though. I see you trying to let time handle what time does. This week. I also feel like it's going to take time. I feel like you're building foundations with someone and they may be immature, and you have to figure out how to gain that balance with them without being the one doing all of the work. Okay, you have King of Cups, Five of Pentacles in reverse, and the Lover's card. Yep, so things can come together, and I feel like things will come together. I feel like emotions have to get in balance between you two. You're more mature than this other person is, okay, Capricorn? Especially emotionally. Even though you may not think so, you may have some breakdown moments. But you have to understand that you are stronger. I feel the breakdown moments with the Five of Cups, okay? It may be just one moment out of the week. It may be one moment before the week. But I feel like you're going to get your emotions together, because you see something here. You see something willing to create balance. And I feel like you're going to move forward and then try to take control. I do. I feel like you're going to try to take control of the situation this week, to make things better, to make a person see. It's like cutting your losses. You know, like, if it works out, that'd be great. If it doesn't, then it doesn't. Even though you don't want it not to happen. But I do feel you putting in the work because of the Ten of Pentacles, and that's a lot of burdens on you. The Ten of Wands is about responsibility. going the long stretch, keeping things going, because there's a connection here. This could be a soulmate, especially with the justice there. Okay, I feel like things are just being balanced out within your two situations. Okay, that's what it feels like to me. Well, achievement came out for you. Well, I'm not going to use that one because I just did that one for Virgo, and it must have been on the top, but I just don't feel it. Now, if it comes out again, then I know it was for sure. But Capricorns for the week of April 29th through May 5th. Capricorns. No, that is definitely your card. Time. Capricorns, it is going to take time for things to develop. I feel like whatever this situation is, it's new. But the thing about your energy, I feel like you definitely know, especially with the Hierophant, what exactly you want. The other person just isn't sure. They don't even know what's going on. That's what I feel. I feel like they're just jumping into something and being like, well, we'll see what happens. You know, like that's their energy. But you have to allow time to unfold things. It's still brand new, right? It's still new. I feel like I need to tell you that there are going to be times where things seem like they stop, and then you flip the hourglass and then it starts over again. You know, like it picks up. It's a gradual growing situation, especially with these two pages being here. Okay. You have pages, and it's very interesting because you have pages, which are the youngest and the most inexperienced, but they're ready to learn. You know, I don't feel like this person's ready to learn yet. I don't even think they see it yet. I feel like they're trying to gather knowledge, but emotionally they're not up to par where they need to be. And then I feel like you have such strong cards where you're starting to almost digress or rethink how you feel or what you want, because these people don't seem to be on the same level, and you're thinking, you know, what am I doing wrong? But I don't think that they're doing anything wrong. I think that they're just in a growing process. Okay, so thank you so much for listening. I will see you next week. I love you very much, guys. Love and light. Bye-bye.